expected the deal to be that big. Now, with that being said, if the Eagles get an offer for a 1 and a 3 or a 1 and a 2 for Jalen Carter, are you making the deal or what?
That's a Quinton Williams type deal, isn't it, Zander? What did Dallas? What Dallas trade for Quinton? It was a 1 and a 2, right?
A 1 and a 2, yep.
Yeah, you got to think about it. I think 2 first-round picks would sell it. I don't think anybody would trade 2 first-round picks for Jalen Carter, but you never know. You're banking on the guy's potential. And we know Jalen had, the shoulder injury last year? He had an arm injury. Look, I don't know. At 1 and 2, I'm definitely listening.
Yeah, I make that deal. I'm getting out of the Jalen Carter business while the going is good. I'm worried about those shoulders, man.
And maybe that's what they're worried about. I don't think it's a character thing. I think it's an injury thing.
No, I don't think it's. I think they'd like him to be a little bit more mature, but I think it's more to do with the shoulders. And that could be a long-term issue. You need your shoulders to play defensive tackle, to say the least. But then you have to convince somebody else that he's healthy, and that might be difficult to do. So, going to be interesting.
If you're a team that's maybe thinking about getting him, you're like, well, why is one of the best organizations in the NFL trading this guy? What are we not seeing that they see?
Yeah, fair points. What about the other guys? Nakobe Dean, Reed Blankenship, Dallas Goedert. Any of them coming back?
I think Nakobe's gone. Man, I don't think Reed's going to be back. Goddard's a we'll see. I don't know. I think Goddard has a market. I mean, he's still one of the better tight ends, and he had a great year last year. But I wish I had more clarity on A.J. Brown if I knew what they were going to do with Dallas Goedert.
Well, I don't think they're going to trade AJ. So there's the clarity.
Not right now. Unfortunately, Eagles fans, I think you're going to be hearing us talk about AJ Brown for a long time. I would prefer never to talk about this trade again. I think we're going to be talking about it leading up to the draft. I was honestly hoping the reports there's going to be something done in the next 48 hours. I think that was on Saturday. I'm like, oh, thank God. This thing might be over. And I don't know. I haven't gotten any indication, John. I believe you haven't gotten any indication of it. I just don't think it's happening.
You're trying to create leverage in theory, and Buffalo tapped out, Baltimore tapped up. You're not talking to NFC teams, so there's not a ton of leverage. I don't think it's getting done in this window, but I also think there will be other windows. Just because he's here, don't assume he's going to be here long term, because they haven't traded him in this window. In fact, I think it's pretty clear that by what they're trying to do to move him, that they're ultimately going to move him. That's how I kind of read it.
Yeah. And this is what I'm just hoping it's done by the time they have to show up at the NovaCare complex. Mini camp, he's not here. Mandatory, he's not here. And you're still, the coach has to get questions about it all the time. The players at the podium want to get questions about it all the time. It's a distraction. It is.
Oh, it's definitely a distraction. Here's an interesting question I want to throw at both of you. Who is going to be that fish spree at the big money guy who's just got no shot? Who's going to be that guy?
No shot for what? The Eagles to sign him?
No. No shot to be living up to his contract.
Oh.
Who's going to be the big, I got one.
It's not Jordan Davis, is it?
No.
No. He wasn't going Jordan Davis with that. I think I know where you're going now. I want to hear it.
Alec Pierce is going to get signed like a superstar receiver.
Yeah. I mean, look, he averaged 24 yards a catch last year. Yeah, I think he's going to make.
Are people in this league still that dumb? He's going to get paid like a superstar receiver, and he's going to be back on the market in 2 years because he's going to get cut. Because
that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. I was joking with our one Patriots fan. I'm like, you're not getting AJ Brown. You will get Alec Pierce for $28 million large, and you will like it.
As ironic as that is, I would love to see him here. It's never going to happen. I actually think he'd do well in a Sean Mannion offense. It's just
I don't know what a Sean Mannion offense is. I
don't either.
People make that comment.
But
what is a Sean Mannion offense?
But I have also seen Green Bay. They like to throw the ball downfield a lot. They like 4 verticals. Hopefully not on 4th in your season. Fourth and 11, and everybody's playing sticks. But everybody hates sticks defense, but that's why it exists, folks.
Yeah, you might have sticks defense back in 2027. Is that? Yeah, I don't even know what year. Jim Schwartz.
What would have been a bigger loss, John? If the Eagles would have lost Vic Fangio, or if they would have lost AJ Brown?
Well, I always get player first. I mean,
yeah.
And so would Vic. That's what's great about Vic. He's like, you need players. I mean,
you need players in everything. I don't care what level of coaching. You need players.
Yeah. And Vic, to his credit, I mean, and now you're going to see it, because for whatever reason, like all anybody talked about is how good this offense was. And this offense shouldn't be this bad because of how much talent they have.
But were they that talented?
Exactly. The defense is more talented. People just didn't recognize it. Now that they'll get paid, now they're going to recognize it. Oh, Jordan Davis gets paid. Jalen Carter's going to get paid. Maybe not here, but he's going to get paid. Moro Ojomo is going to get paid. Nolan Smith might get paid. Jalix Hunt might get paid. We'll see what Nakobe and Reed get. Zach Bond's already got paid. Quinton Mitchell's going to make $30 million. Cooper DeJean's going to be in the $25 million range. Everybody's getting paid. Then all of a sudden it'll be, God forbid if Jim's got to take over and say, look at what they're getting paid. They should be the number 1 defense in the NFL.
I remember saying to some people last year, look, Landon Dickerson overall is a good player. He was not good last year.
No.
Cam Jurgens was not good last year. Lane Johnson was hurt. Tyler Steen was fine, but fine wasn't good enough.
No, but I can think of one guy who either got better or maintained, and that's Devontae Smith.
Yep.
Everybody else got worse. Even Dallas Goedert, because of his, people get focused on the 13 touchdowns.
He wasn't much of a factor late in the season.
He was terrible as a run blocker where they needed him, where he typically had been good. So he descended from that aspect of the game.
Whenever they got rid of Stoutland as the run game coordinator, I think that's when Saquon got a little bit better.
That's true too. Which is, by the way, when they went to more under center and more of the stuff they're going to be doing, projected to be doing this year. And by the way, it was Nick Sirianni who did it.
That was one thing, and I know he wasn't crazy. I would always ask him it, even during the season. Saquon and repeating the 2,000-yard thing. And I showed him the graph. I'm like, Saquon, look, these are the numbers. This is it. Well, I'm going to be I'm like, but they all say that. Barry Sanders, your role model, couldn't do it. It was going to be hard. I didn't think he was going to have a 1,500-yard year last year. That would have been awesome, but look.
Yeah, I think 15 would have been fine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think he had an okay year last. I actually think if there's a bounce back player this year, I actually think it's going to be him.
Well, come on. You got to get one Penn State thing out there. What? Go with a different.
No. What about my other Penn State thing? Jahan Dotson ain't going to be back.
But what's Jahan going to get? 1